Hi everyone, it's Miss Vicky. Welcome to Miss Vicky's channel. It's been a while, but today I want to talk with you about how to know when it's time to quit your job. When you've had enough and it's time to leave. Sometimes we just don't know that. But let me help you out. I have some points that you should consider when you're ready to make that move onto your next journey and endeavor and opportunity. Don't be afraid to take that step. Let me tell you why. So, when you feel like you're on the job, regardless of how much time you've been there, I would say at least a year, give it some time. But when you feel like you're making minimum impact or minimum contributions, that you're really not making a difference, that's a key indicator. Also, when you're on the job, do you feel like you've been devalued? That your coworkers and more so your manager does not value the work that you do? Think about it. That's hurting. We all want to feel like we're making a difference. And when you're in position where you just don't feel like there's no value added in the work that you bring because it's not appreciated for one, or basically because you're just doing the wrong thing. Think about it. Another point, are you able to be successful? Now, think about this. If you're feeling like you're not making the contributions that you need to make, or you're feeling as if your work is not valued, do you really think you're set up for success? When you get to that point where you feel like you can't be successful on the job, I think it's time to go. Now, let me think about, or have you think about another point. Do you work in a hostile environment? Hey, where we go to work, we're spending at least 8 hours a day on the job. We have to make sure that we're comfortable. Okay, so you're sitting or working in an environment that's hostile, meaning your coworkers are not respectful. Hey, let's even pull out the fact, because I know we won't tolerate violence, or just straight up disrespect or slander. However, if you just look at the point of your coworkers are just not giving you the full respect that you really deserve. Everyone deserves respect. Or your manager. It's very difficult to work with. That's a hostile environment. Your coworkers are mean, you don't want to be around them. Your manager is difficult. That's hostile. It's time to leave. Another point I want you to think about, do you dread going to work? Because based on everything that I just mentioned, it makes it very difficult to get up out of bed and make it to that job. And so sometimes you just lay in the bed. You may wake up in the middle of the night knowing, oh my gosh, your stomach is just feeling so queasy. You really don't want to be there. You really don't want to go there because, one, you don't feel like you're making the contributions that you should make. Two, you don't feel like what you're doing is adding any value. Three, because of those things, you're not even able to be successful. Four, it's hard to work around the people that you work with. They are creating a hostile environment for you. Like I said, no, they may not be calling you names or trying to fight you, but they're not completely respecting you and what you do, and your manager is very difficult and always giving you a hard time. That's a hostile work environment. So because of all those things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, who wants to get up and go to that type of job? Now you think about it. Do you think it's time to quit? I think it's high time to move on. When you're in that type of situation, it's time to move on because you have to be able to feel valued, respected, and feel comfortable about going to a job that you can be tied to for a while. You want to make it work. You want to make a difference. And yes, give it time. Don't just get in there and say, in a week's time, okay, this is not right, my work is not valued. You just got on the job. You're just breaking in. But give it time to see if these key factors continue to exist. And they're just ongoing. Not this sporadic situation, but an ongoing thing that is just eating at you. It's time to go. And I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but take it from me, I have complete experience with this situation. I'm not going to stay on a job where I am not set up for success. And no, I'm not looking for someone to actually make me be successful or to create my success. No, I want to be able to be in position so I can be successful. And those factors that I just mentioned helps that. We have to be able to make it happen, but there are key factors that really have to work hand in hand in order for you to do so, especially when you're working for someone else. It's different when you actually have decided to leave the workforce and branch out on your own and start up your own. Yes, it's going to take a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. But it will be you working and grueling and dealing with challenges so you can reap the rewards and benefits of having your own business. But until you make that decision, don't allow yourself to continue to be tied to a job that is driving you insane. And if you're not ready to quit because of those factors, take some time off to regroup, because your sanity means everything. And if you don't have your sanity in place because you want to do a great job, then what's the point of being there anyway? So make sure you take the time out to really assess your situation, understand what it is that you want and what it is that you're trying to do. And if you're not in an environment that will enable you to be successful, then you really should consider another approach. Whether that means, hey, let me go search for some more jobs. Let me go ahead and step out and start my own business. Let me take some time off so I can figure this out or regroup. Or just, hey, I'm done with it. I'll figure it out. I'm trusting God. However you decide to do that. But don't continue to remain in a situation that's not healthy. All right, those are my tips on how to know when to quit your job. Thank you for tuning in. And until next time, deuces.